Hey, this is good. I love it. Shh. Quiet, please. Thank you for staying quiet, class. Hello, class. Welcome to this week's filmmaking lesson. In this development of this new series of 2022 series of Light Music Club College, this will be the first time for us to do. So you made a concept art. Right now we're doing the pre-production of that um the next year series. So you better work on that hard on that, okay? All right. So first, we will be doing home video releases. On today, we will be doing Malignant 2021 film. Here's a plot in this film. In 1993, Dr. Florence Weaver and her colleagues Victor Fields and John McGregory treat psychiatric patient Gabrielle at Simeon Research Hospital. Gabrielle has special powers, able to control electricity and broadcast his thoughts via speakers. One night, Gabrielle turns violent and kills several staff members of the institution. 27 years later, Madison Lake, a pregnant woman living in Seattle, returns home to her abusive husband, Derek Mitchell, after her pregnancy causes her to feel ill at work. During an argument, Derek smashes Madison's head against the wall, which causes her to bleed at the point of impact, after which she locks herself in the bedroom and falls asleep. Madison later wakes up to find Derek's dead body after having had a dream of a man entering their house and violently killing him. The killer, who is still in the house, attacks Madison, rendering her unconscious. The next morning, Madison wakes up in the hospital and is informed by her sister, Sydney, that her unborn baby did not survive the attack. After being interviewed by police detective Kakoa Shaw and his partner Regina Moss, Madison returns home. There, Madison reveals to Sydney that she has adopted at 8 years old. The killer kidnaps a woman running a Seattle Underground tour. Madison has another vision, this time of the killer murdering Dr. Weaver. During their investigation, Shaw and Moss discover a photo of Madison as a child in Weaver's house and learn that Weaver specialized in child reconstructive surgery. Madison and her sister approach the police after Madison has another vision, this time of the killer murdering Dr. Fields. The killer contacts Madison and reveals himself to be Gabrielle, Madison's childhood imaginary friend. She and her sister visit their mother, Gian, to learn more. Madison realizes that Gabrielle was not her imaginary friend, but someone real to whom she speak during her childhood. Sean finds a link between the doctors and Madison, which leads him to discover Dr. Gregory's dead body. The detectives enlist the help of a psychiatric hypnotherapist, helping to unlock Madison's memories. Madison recalls that her birth name is Emily May and that Gabrielle wanted her to kill her unborn sister. She came close to doing it but was able to stop herself. The police arrest Madison and when the kidnapped woman falls from the attic in her home, revealing that Gabrielle was living inside her house. The woman is Serena May. Madison's birth mother, Sydney, revisits the now abandoned Simeon Hospital and finds that Gabrielle, as Emily's twin brother, who lives within her body as an extreme version of the teratoma, sharing the same brain and spinal cord as Emily. During Emily's childhood, Gabrielle appeared as a half-formed child facing out of Emily's back. Weaving operated on Emily and was able to remove all of the tumor except for the brain. He was dormant after her childhood, but woke up when Derek hit her head against the wall. Gabrielle's face now emerges from the back of Madison's skull and operates her body backwards when he takes control, explaining the killer's unnatural movements and the upside down fingerprints at his crime scenes. Gabrielle, provoked by fellow inmates in the lockup, takes full control of Madison's body, slaughters them and almost the entire precinct with superhuman strength and agility, and eventually leaves. Sidney and Shaw intercept him at the hospital, where Serena is recovering from her captivity. Shaw and Sidney are attacked by Gabrielle. Sidney informs Madison that Gabrielle is the cause of her miscarriages because he was feeding off her fetuses. Angry at the revelation, Madison wakes up and takes back control of her body and transports both Gabrielle and herself to a black mindscape. There, she locks an enraged Gabrielle behind bars and says she will be ready after he promises to escape one day. Back in the hospital and in full control of her body, Madison lifts the hospital bed, pinning Sidney onto the wall. The pair hug as Madison affirms that even though she was adopted and is not related by blood, she will always love her as a sister. As the two embrace, Serena looks unhappily, while the electric humming that accompanied Gabrielle's attack can be heard faintly. Alright, on tomorrow, we will be doing Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. That's a 21 film. Here's a plot to this film. Around 1,000 years ago, Zhu Wenwu discovers the mystical Ten Rings, which grant immortality and godly powers. He establishes the Ten Rings organization, conquering kingdoms and toppling governments throughout the history. In 1996, Wenwu searches for Talo, a village set to harbor mythical beasts. He travels through a magical forest to the village entrance, but is stopped by Guardian Ying Li. The two fall in love, and when the Talo villagers reject Wenwu, Li chooses to leave with him. They marry and have two children, Shang-Chi and Xialing. Wenwu abandons his organization and locks away the Ten Rings. When Shang-Chi is 7 years old, Li is murdered by Wenwu's enemies, the Iron Gang. Wenwu dons the Ten Rings once again, massacres the Iron Gang, and resumes leadership of his organization. He makes Shang-Chi undergo brutal training in martial arts, but does not allow Xia Ling to train with the others, so she teaches herself in secret. When Shang-Chi is 14, Wenwu sends him to assassinate the Iron Gang's leader. After completing his mission, traumatized, Shang-Chi runs away to San Francisco and adopts the name Shun. In the present day, Shang-Chi works as a parking valet with his best friend Katie, who does not know about his past. They are attacked on a bus by the Ten Rings, who steal a pendant that Li gave to Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi flies out to meet his sister, fearing that the Ten Rings will go after her matching pendant from Li. He reveals his past to Katie, who insists on helping him. They find Xialing at an underground fight club in Macau, which she founded after escaping from Wenwu at a young age. The Ten Rings attack the fight club, and Wen Wu arrives to capture Shang-Chi, Katie, Xiaoling, and her pendant. They are taken to the Ten Rings compound, where Wen Wu uses the pendants to reveal a mystical map relating to Ta Lo. Wen Wu explains that he has heard Li calling to him and believes she has been held captive in Ta Lu behind a sealed gate. He plans to destroy the village unless they release her. When his children and Katie object, he imprisons them. The three meet former actor Trevor Slattery, won the Ten Rings, imprisoned for impersonating Wen Wu, and his Hundun companion Morris, who offers to guide them to Ta Lu. The group escapes and goes to Ta Lu, which exists in a separate dimension with various Chinese mythological creatures. They meet Ying Nan, Li's sister, who explains the history of Ta Lu. Thousands of years ago, the village was attacked by the soul-consuming dweller in darkness and its minions, but was saved by a Chinese dragon called the Great Protector, who helped seal the dark gate to the dweller's world. According to Nan, the dweller in darkness has been influencing Wen Wu to believe Li is still alive so that he will upon open the gate. Shang-Chi, Xiaoling, and Katie join the villagers in training and preparing for Wen Wu's arrival, using outfits and weapons crafted from dragon scales. Wen Wu and the Ten Rings arrive and attack. Wen Wu overpowers Shang-Chi and forces him into the nearby lake, then attacks the gate with the rings, and this allows some of the dwellers' minions to escape, and the Ten Rings join forces with the villagers to fight them. Shang-Chi is revived by the Great Protector, which leaves the lake to battle the minions. Wen Wu and Shang-Chi fight once more, and Shang-Chi gains the upper hand, but chooses to spare Wen Wu. The dweller in darkness escapes through the weakened gate and attacks Shang-Chi. Wen Wu saves Shang-Chi, bequeathing him the rings before being killed by the dweller in darkness. Shang-Chi, the Great Protector, Xiaoling, and Katie manage to kill the dweller in darkness. Afterward, Shang-Chi and Katie return to San Francisco, where they are summoned by the sorcerer Wong and Kamar Chaj. In the mid-credits scene, Wong introduces Shang-Chi and Katie to Bruce Banner and Carol Danvers while researching the rings' origin. They discover that the rings are acting as a beacon to something. In the post-credits scene, Xiaoling becomes the new leader of the Ten Rings, training women alongside men, despite telling Shang-Chi that she was going to disband the organization. Alright, on Wednesday, we will be doing Trolls Holiday in Harmony 2021 film, 2021 Christmas special. Here's a synopsis in this Christmas special. During the holidays, Queen Poppy is planning the first ever secret holiday gift swap in Troll Kingdom, but things unexpectedly take a wrong turn when she and Branch draw up each other's names. Alright, that's a little home releases we got. So second, we will be doing TV series over home releases. Nah, never let it. Well, okay. Okay, sorry about that, class. I can't remember what those TV series are up to. Anyway, so second, we will be doing Emma Monkey Pictures and Donkey Thieves Company and Roman Cow Production shorts. It is about Tom and Jerry. Mouse cleaning. In 1948, there was mouse cleaning in shorts. Here's a plot in his shorts. While chasing Jerry in the garden, Tom runs through a mud puddle and then into the house, striking mud and the kitchen floor right after Mammy Two Shoes has finished cleaning. As punishment, Mammy takes Tom clean the floor and orders him to keep the house clean while she leaves to go shopping. Once she is gone, Jerry wants to sabotage Tom, so he begins making a mess around the house by, among the other things, emptying the ashtray onto the floor, squirting ink from the fountain pen into a pail, juggling food, bringing an old half horse and pushing an ink stamp pad onto Tom's paws while he takes a nap, causing the cat to leave the long trail of paw prints in the living room. Tom throws Jerry down the laundry chute into the basement and quickly cleans the room, and as he does so, a coal truck arrives at the house to make a delivery, and Jerry uses a rope to pull the truck's delivery chute up to the living room window, causing the house to flood with coal. When Mammy returns from shopping and discovers this, she blames Tom, who flees. As he runs, Mammy throws lumps of coal at him, one of which knocks him out. Alright, that's all the shorts we got. Well, third, we will be doing TV series and home re-releases. It is about K-On! In 2022. In 2022, we'll be making K-On! And we'll put onto the things. It says here on Disband the Club. Yui Hirasawa has just started high school and wants to do something for a change but can't make up her mind on whether to join the club or not. Meanwhile, Ritsu Tanaka drags her friend Mio Akiyama, who had already decided on the club, to join the light music club instead, only to be informed that its members have already graduated and it will be disbanded if it doesn't recruit at least 4 members by the end of the month. While Ritsu in drums and Mio in bass as the starting members, they come across and manage to convince Sumuki Kotobuki, who initially wanted to join a different club, to join up with them in order to attract a fourth member. The three each put up a poster for the club, which catches Yui's eye. Misunderstanding the term light music, Yui submits a form only to find out they were looking for someone to play the guitar, which she had no skill for. Despite this, the 3 members try to get Yui to stay, and after playing a short piece for her, she decides to join the club and learn the guitar, which she first has to buy. Here's another one. Episode 8, Freshman Reception. Ui enters Yui's school as a freshman, as well as her classmate Aziza Nakano. When the class arrangements are announced, Yui, Tsumugi, and Ritsu end up in the same class, while Mio ends up in a different class with Nodoka. The group puts up with Sawako's ideas of prompting the club by dressing them up as animals, even though it seems to be having the opposite effect. Ui and her classmate Jun Suzuki visit the club only to find everyone dressed as maids, but the girls soon change into tracksuits after finding it impossible to play while wearing maid outfits. Meanwhile, Aziza walks around looking for a club that is right for her, initially passing up the light music club because they lack seriousness. The light music club gets ready for another live performance at the freshman welcome assembly, but Mio is still too embarrassed to do the vocals, so Yui does them instead. Yui forgets about the lyrics at the beginning of the song but Mio manages to get over her shyness and back her up. Louis brings Azusa to watch the show, and Azusa is moved so much by it that she decides to join the club. Let's talk about K-On! Season 2 number 1, The Seniors. The Light Music Club starts their senior year at high school. Yui, Mio, Ritsu, and Tsumugi, along with Nodoka, are all surprised that they have been put into the same homeroom class together. It soon becomes apparent that their new homeroom teacher, none other than Sawaku, had arranged it that way so she had fewer names to remember. With Azusa being in only her junior year of the Light Music Club, the game become determined to get new members so that she will not be the sole member in them when they graduate. However, the various attempts to attract new students fail, so they focus instead on their performance over the freshman reception. Azusa becomes depressed that no new members show up afterward, but after taking with Ui and June on and overhearing Yui's comments, she decides it is fine with just the five of them for now. Alright. That's all the TV series home releases we got. So fourth, we will be doing Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G series. It is about Mei who wants to get their the new members in, but only to have a few words that Kadeakino was the only one in the class in Kamihama City, but she joins in the Light Sleepy Bed Productions. Well, actually, the Asteroid Club. She only takes Kaede Aquino to Lois College to show her all around the Lois College about the club and around the class. She informs that Kaede Aquino that she was being a student at the Lois College and she can stay as a member of this class. And so Kaede Aquino joins with the other student, Bifi Asusa, Sana Futaba, and Tsukio Mane will be joining Mei with her friends to go on a trip. Alright. That's all I got for today. Let's do some work now.